Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great evening. Yesterday, we made it into the mid-80s. We're 20, 25 degrees warmer than norm as this upturn in the jet stream over western Canada is pulling much warmer than normal air into the central part of the United States. And the bottom line for us is that we're as dry as they are. And we're about 3.5 inches behind in moisture right now. These high temperatures dry out the land quickly, and it stresses the crop, the wheat crop. And again, as we've talked about many times before, wheat's people food, and we export over half of our crop to most of the trouble or hot spots in the world. We find that dictatorships have a hard time feeding their people. So dictatorships tend to end up having to import a lot of their foodstuffs. And if you add that to desert environments like the Middle East is, it makes it even more difficult to get the people fed. So here we are. We're getting ready to start an auction week. We've got the 3, 10, and 30-year auctions. The normal pattern is up on the first, down on the second, and up on the third. You can't move the paper when the market is selling, because if I wait a little bit, I'll be able to buy it cheaper. So there are institutions that need 3-year paper, 10-year, and 30-year paper. The dealers all know where their bids are, and it becomes a game of cat and mouse, so to speak, with the bid and the offer. So we had pretty heavy selling yesterday in response to a very strong stock market. Stock markets around the globe are up a bunch. Asia collectively is up 4.5%. Europe collectively is up 3.6%. Yesterday our Dow finished up 118, and pretty light trading. So a couple of reasons for that. Number one, very, very low volume, so buy and sell programs ruled the day. The idea that the Fed couldn't raise interest rates anytime soon, buy stocks is there. Also, we're moving into first quarter earnings. Will start being posted. And the first quarter earnings are usually, if you're going to manipulate and smooth your data, it's where most of it takes place. Then they got 3 quarters to accommodate for that smoothing or to get their books right for the SEC at the end of the year. The SEC, with this group in power, isn't going to get after anybody for fudging their numbers to the upside. That's what they want. That's what they need. The economy is great. So stock market today, I would imagine, would pause. It should test overhead resistance. I don't know if we can take it out. I see structurally right here that we got pretty good support in the 129 even, 129.08 area, so we can make our first buy 5 to 9. Fairly aggressive, but it's based on the 3-year auction, and our second one 29 to 1. And because of the lack of news today, it probably will swing on what the E-mini is going to do. Sell one will be 15 to 19, then 23 to 27. I do prefer the long side more, just because of the 3-year auction. No other reason than that. Looking at the ZB, the knob spread widened quite a bit overnight. That's usually indicative. If you follow the knob spread during the day, it pretty well tells you what the bias or the direction of the market is. And the knob spread is also supportive. Similar situation, 7 to 11 will be sell 1. It's where resistance is. No magic there. Then 15 to 19 will be sell 2. Really like the long side better. 29 to 25 buy 1, and 17 to 21 buy 2. Gold got into our 1210 area there where we thought it would go last night. We have a full complement of players. We knew that I think the tail would turn in London, and you can see right here we go to the longest line of letters. So how do I split distributions? Well, I go to the longest line of letters, and I left click on it, and that's where we are. So 5 to 7 is support. We'll make that buy 1. Buy 2 will be 1200 plus or minus. I don't think anybody's in a real big hurry on the retail account side to be a seller. 15 plus or minus sell 1. 20 plus or minus sell 2. Large banks and dealers and ETFs are a different matter. But I still see damn near every hard break in gold being bought by the retail accounts. So somebody is building a position. Okay, the euro got slammed last night. There's more stories coming out of Greece to the current elected leadership. Quit screwing around. Let's get this money in here right now. Like we've said, the euphoria on a Greek deal will probably rally the market. Once that news is in, then I think it's going to sell because the European Central Bank wants a lower euro, and you can see it reflected in their numbers. The European economy is showing signs of growth. Because of a lower euro, a euro that's come from 140 down to 108. That's a huge discount, and that should allow Europe to sell more of their goodies outside of the European Union. 109 even, sell 1 plus or minus, and then our 30 to 40, 35 to 45 leaning against that for sell 2, that high volume number. Okay, crude's come off overnight. The news coming out of Yemen, not that they control a lot of oil. They do actually produce some crude and natural gas, not much, is that the Saudis have not invaded their country yet. Therefore, Yemenis whose lives are in danger are fleeing. I haven't read any more after that first day on the where the 30 Americans were in Aden, if they've been rescued or not. I think it would make headlines if they had been rescued. But it would be pretty bad if our country let those Americans fall into the hands of the Houthis. That would not be cool. I would not ring well or bode well for the people that are being captured. Okay, leaning against the buck, 51, 51 and a quarter will be buy 1. 50, 50 will be buy 2, give or take. On the sell side, 51.75, 52, leaning against this high volume number right there, and then 52 and a quarter, 52.50. The market can sell, but again, we remove the spec element from the sell side, those willing to take positions overnight, because they can't deliver in. They can't bury their mistakes. And I did a lot of business with very large oil companies, and the ability to bury your mistakes through delivery is too good to pass up. So it's just an offset. That load of crude was priced. It's a lot different for a speculator. Okay, I'm going to do a T-split right here. So we've got resistance at 80, and our first sell is going to be 79.81. It's just where resistance is. No more, no less than 84.86 for sell 2. And we've had pretty strong buying. We've also rejected prices, our M period high, our L period high. So we had lower highs, and you can see those lower highs stop the market right here. On the buy side, we broke it out from 65, 66. Our first support's going to be in this 70 area, 70, 72, buy 1. And then retesting that 65, 67 is going to be buy 2. Okay, jolts is the news, 5 million. They'd like to see it greater than last month, 5.01 million. It's a way to measure the demand for jobs. And then IBD tips, business confidence, business optimism. They had to change it a little bit at 49.1. That's less than 50%. And then I believe we have tomorrow the FOMC minutes from March, which will probably be the next big piece of news. So pause day after a big run-up. If we can't get through the 80 area, I think we can get short in anticipation of some long liquidation. And if we get through the 80 area, next low volume numbers at 84.25, then 85. So the 84, 85 area would be the next band of resistance. And we'll take a quick look at the F1 screen right here. Put that to bed. Okay, today after 10 o'clock, we're going to talk about what does it take to learn a new methodology. And it takes a lot of hard work. And we're going to talk about a moving average approach, which is probably the most popular technical study out there. It's the way everybody gets started versus what we offer. Okay, we have this spill from 82. We've got these highs, so this 80 to 82 area. Then structurally off the daily, 90. So if we get through 80 off the F1 screen, 90 on the assumption we can get structurally is where the next stop is. Off the charts and off volume, it's going to be basically 85, give or take a little bit. Yeah, take at least 15 minutes to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. And this is a 30-minute chart right here, so we have a seller against 12 as it stands right now, and we've got a buyer at 9.5. So, and we got 66.01 on the buy side. So the 50-lot trader is supporting the market. In a bit.